RDTDaily.com presents a Tarabuster with comedian Tara Devlin.
All right. Hello. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'm sorry I wasn't able to do a show this week. It was very jam-packed, my schedule, and it sucks. I don't like it either. Let's see what happens in the coming week. I just have a lot of things going on, work-wise. So I wasn't able to squeeze it in. And thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you, Jim, right out of the gate with a very generous super chat. I really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you, Twisted Nerves Painting. Nice to see you. Hello. It's Winston. Hi, Winston. Hi, guys. Hi. All right. Well, let's get started. I want to, right out of the gate, thank you all for, if you are a patron, thank you very much. And I would like to say thank you, Charlie, for your support of the show. Charlie from APS Radio News, and he also sends a little tips for Boudica and the community cats who are, one of them is sleeping right behind us right now. That is little Boo Boo over there, and he'll be going home to his forever home in the coming week. And I have to say I will miss him, and I have to also say, Charlie, I'm very sorry for your loss. Charlie sent a message saying his dear Mittens passed away, and at the age of 14 and a half, which is unfortunately too short. That's their only flaw. And I've been there. It sucks. And I know, and I dare say I'll be there again. Until we all meet again on the Rainbow Bridge. So I'm very sorry, Charlie, for your loss. And I also have to say that dear Mittens is, what a lucky kitty to be so loved. Right? That's how fortunate we should all be to be loved and cared for and grieved for in our passing. So just wanted to send you some hugs and some love. Thank you for your support, of course, always. And if you can, go to APS Radio News to check out the other independent media voices on Charlie's channel. And when you say hi to Charlie, tell him Tara sent you over there, okay? All right. It's been a difficult week, and frankly, I don't even know what to say about what's going on. I'm infuriated, of course. I understand, it's, I know how I would feel. I mean, the abomination of attacking civilians, there is just absolutely no excuse for it. And I know that I would be enraged, and I would want to, I would, for myself, because I was in the National Guard, I would, want to take some action. And I would want to take revenge, I'm sure, and murder these people and put them into, murder is the right word, to stamp them out so they could never commit such atrocities again, and to kill babies, infants. It's, of course, reminiscent of the Holocaust, which this is what happened all the time during the Holocaust. The Nazis killed babies routinely, and with the justification that they were doing it for the love of the fatherland. And I'm sure that is what we are getting from these fanatics, who, I'm sure that's what they think. They're justifying that behavior. And it just seems like things are spiraling out of control, because the Israelis, democracies do not target civilians, of course, but these people there is no law anymore. There's no law of war. They're not taking the high ground, that's for sure. And there is a fine line between the moral high ground and the slippery slope. So all I can say is, I don't know. I get it. I don't know. Yeah. The irony of Jews forcing people from their homes to wander in the desert isn't lost on me, Jim says on the chat. It's true, but and this is the solution. What is the solution? I don't know. It's definitely well above my pay grade, but I do know that when you do that to people, when you don't give them hope, this is what happens. When you squeeze people like this, I'm not justifying it. There is no excuse to behave like this, to murder civilians and to murder babies, for Christ's sakes. Babies, infants in their cribs. This is what response were they expecting? And they use the innocent civilians who live in there, who are caught in this horrible condition, that they use them as human shields deliberately, because they have no respect. They have no respect for life without and within, it seems, because they've been radicalized, and this is what happens. I guess when there is no hope, I don't know. I mean, frankly, I get it. If I was living in Israel myself, I would want to put on my uniform and join the fray. So, but we'll see. Anyway, the solution was to recognize Palestine as a sovereign country and not try to take the West Bank. Yes. So I don't really have a scholarship on this area of the world. So I just know the rudimentary facts of what's going on there, and I absolutely agree. It's very confusing to many people, including myself, but I should really study it more. But to fence people in and not allow them to freely move about, this is what's happening. And in fact, because I was trying to educate myself on the situation, there's some other, my first impression is that, Benjamin Netanyahu is partly to blame, and the chaos in the country. It was a perfect opportunity, a chaos created by an agent of chaos, who, as usual, as fascists do, takes absolutely no responsibility for what happened at all. It's like, mistakes were made. This is from Haaretz, or is that how you pronounce it? Haaretz. In fact, the headline is Netanyahu is on brand. No responsibility, no accountability, no remorse. And according to some of the things I've been reading, the people of Israel want him to resign. He's being, I think it's over 70% of the Israeli people think Benjamin Netanyahu has passed his sell-by date. So the article written by Alan Pinkas says, on Thursday, Benjamin Netanyahu took zero responsibility, always share the blame attitude to a new level by forming a temporary war cabinet. In any other case, it would be the right thing to do. But for him, it's just another way to make sure there is someone else to blame for the Gaza war failures. The sense of contrition and lucid mea culpas already heard in the IDF do not exist in Benjamin Netanyahu's world. These ideas do not apply to him as far as he's concerned. It's all someone else's fault. It always is. And aren't we sick of this already? These right-wingers, it's a feature, not a bug. in the right wing body, I guess, and brain to never take responsibility. You never do anything wrong. You never make a mistake. You never take a foot wrong, right? You never put a foot. No, actually, I just thought of. I don't know. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be laughing about it. But I was just thinking when the Queen died, how many times I heard she never put a foot wrong. Okay, stop. That's the brain going off where it shouldn't go. So let's see. Here's another take on it. She never put a foot wrong. Yeah, okay. Benjamin Netanyahu failed Israel. This is from Vox. His policy of repressing Palestinians didn't make Israelis safe. We'll be right back. So back to the article by Zach Beaucamp. Beaucamp, is that how you pronounce it? I'm having trouble with pronunciations these days. It's nothing new, as we know. So in the past 24 hours, 2 reports out of Israel have pointed to a striking conclusion that the failure to prevent Hamas's murderous assault on southern Israel rests in significant part with the government of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. First, the Washington Post, I'm not going to even try, Noga Tarabuster and Shira Rubin wrote a lengthy dispatch on the many policy failures that allowed Hamas to break through. They find that, in addition to a myriad of unforgivable intelligence and military mistakes, especially shocking given Israel's reputation in both fields, there were serious political problems, distracted by both the fight to seize control over Israel's judiciary and their effort to deepen Israeli occupation of the West Bank. Netanyahu and his cabinet allowed military readiness to degrade and left outposts on the Gaza border in the south unmanned. There was a need for more soldiers, so where did they take them from? From the Gaza border, where they thought it was calm. Not surprising that Hamas and Islamic Jihad noticed the low staffing at the border. A columnist at Israel's Haaretz newspaper unearthed evidence that Netanyahu has intentionally propped up Hamas to rule in Gaza, seeing Palestinian extremism as a bulwark against a two-state solution to the conflict. Anyone who wants to thwart the establishment of a Palestinian state has to support bolstering Hamas and transferring money to Hamas, the prime minister reportedly said in a 2019 meeting. This is our strategy, to isolate the Palestinians in Gaza from the Palestinians in the West Bank. These exact comments have not yet been confirmed by other sources, but the Times of Israel reported that Netanyahu's words were, quote, in line with the policy that he implemented, which did little to challenge and in some ways bolstered Hamas's control of the Gaza Strip. Well, isn't that, unsurprising and typical of a right-winger who thinks he's incredibly clever, but no wonder. He's following the Trump playbook, but they're just following the right-wing playbook. Everybody else is to blame. You play people off each other. You don't, everything is, you don't look at a humanitarian solution. You don't look at these people as humans. And this is what happens. You have no hope. What is the point? Of course, some are going to, I'm not justifying. I just can't. But it is, these are people. They're not, they're not monsters. They're human beings. And they've done absolutely disgusting, monstrous things, which can't be, I don't know what are they trying to do? Are they trying to, I speculate, they're trying to elicit this kind of reaction because then I suppose. What will they get sympathy? How could you get sympathy after you murdered babies in their cribs? I don't know. I don't know. Leaving Palestine out of the silly Trump deal didn't help, Jim says on the chat. Yes. Jesus. Well, right on cue, of course. Trump, the tedious con man, came out and, of course, praised Hezbollah and praised because he doesn't like Benjamin Netanyahu. Somehow Netanyahu pissed him off. He didn't sufficiently kiss his ass, because that's Trump's foreign policy, which we all know that Trump is an ignorant waste of human DNA. And every time I hear him speak, I think of an old cracker at the end of the bar, some old drunk, some barfly, who's just spouting off at the mouth, who knows nothing. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's not getting read into classified documents. That was a courtesy that presidents would give to former presidents, because in the midst of a crisis, you would confer. If you're a normal person, you go back to your predecessors and you think, well, what should we do here? What would you do? You get your advisors. So this was simply, it's sort of like calling the former president Mr. President, which I can't stand, especially because they're doing it to Trump, and he's not a president. He never earned it to begin with. He never earned the title. So yeah, he's a waste. He's a waste of an honorific. But where is it? Yes, and I will pay more attention. This is the other thing I have to say. This is a technical thing, so you guys can help me out with. When I play the video, the videos they were really loud. So in comparison to the microphone. So let me know if that's a problem. Okay. Where is Trump? Oh, I can't stand him. Here we go.
Hezbollah is very smart. They're all very smart. The press doesn't like when they say it.
Oh, yes. Everyone's picking on you. The press doesn't like it. I can't stand him. I can't. I swear, it's like my skin crawls when I listen to him. Who's stupid enough to vote for this scumbag, this con man? And you know what really got on my nerves? I'm trying to find the article here. Because I was looking at this, this con man talking about the situation, what went on in Israel, the massacre, and I couldn't believe, and I was trying to find the clip, and I stumbled across an article on CNN that was analyzing this clip as if Trump has something to say. The way that they framed it, it was sort of like the former president sharply criticizes Benjamin Netanyahu for whatever. Yeah, it's like as if he's got a clue. As if he's criticizing Benjamin Netanyahu from some position of knowledge. The reason he's criticizing him, his entire foreign policy is based solely on who kisses his ass, who licks his ass hard enough with enthusiasm. That's it. So why is CNN giving him, it's like the honorific of giving him the title of Mr. President? What? Let's finish this goddamn clip. Whoops. Let's start again. Sorry.
You know, Hezbollah is very smart. They're all very smart. The
God,
press doesn't like when they say it.
Oh, the
But
press.
Hezbollah, they're very
It's
smart.
so...
I'll never forget that Bibi
I
Netanyahu
hate
let
you.
us down. That was a very terrible thing. I will say that. They've got to straighten it out because they're fighting potentially a very big force. They're fighting potentially Iran.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call Trump a pig, because I like pigs. Pigs are charming and intelligent. I just wanted to clarify that. I don't want to insult pigs. They've done more for humanity than the entire Trump DNA lineage could ever muster in a million lifetimes. So to call Trump a pig is to give him a promotion. So I wanted to clarify.
And when they have people saying the wrong things, everything they say is being digested by these people
God.
because they're vicious and they're smart.
Just
And boy, are they
imagine,
vicious 'cause
imagine him at the end of the bar, right? He's just some old drunk. You know, some old drunk whose ass imprint is stuck in the wood at the end of the bar. Some sad sack. That's what he sounds like.
nobody's ever seen the kind of sight that we've seen.
No one's ever seen
But they
it.
cannot play games, so we were disappointed by that. Very disappointed, but we did the job
my
ourselves, and it was
God. Who's the
absolute
we?
precision,
Are you the
magnificent,
fucking
beautiful.
king of England or something? We were very. You're not the royal we, con man. God, when will this time pass? When will it end? You know, haven't we suffered enough with this effing goddamn freaking parasite who received fewer votes, for Christ's sakes? Who hangs out with... Oh, that's the other thing I want to talk about. This is what I want to talk about tonight. We'll talk about this. And George Santos had a friggin' meltdown. That's another thing. I just want to talk about the Republicon clown show. Which is this... With the world in chaos. With everything on the brink. This is no time to have a bunch of clowns in the halls of power who can't get their shit together. Because they don't want to. They're incapable of it. It's like asking children to get it together and rule the country. They're unfit. They have a moral deficiency. They're sick. They're liars. They can't stand modern society. The first thing that happened, of course, you know, when I first heard of the attack, I thought, how long will it take? Will it be minutes, seconds before the right wingers come out and blame Biden? Right? Meanwhile, Trump, the spy magnet with the classified documents at Maramoron, he's the one who was sharing Israeli classified information with the Russians, who are in league with Iran. They are a rogue state on the wrong side of democracies. So, and also, the con man put his son-in-law in charge of Middle East peace, by the way. Another joke, another clown show. He put him in charge of Middle East peace. He put him in charge of the opioid crisis. You know, this slumlord. Put the slumlord, the grifter, who pals around with the friggin' literal Handmaid's Tale lord. Really? I mean, what the hell? What is going on in this country? You know, with this, and I swear to God, with this corporate media giving this con man some kind of deference when he should be, and all of them, the rest of them, the people in the audience, they should all be ashamed. You haven't had your fill of this shit yet? The con man? You haven't had your fill of this freaking con man. Exactly. Tommy on the chat says, imagine if the Democratic Party went without a Speaker of the House during a crisis. Fox News would be camped outside the White House 24/7 with nonstop coverage. Absolutely. There's no doubt. Just like everything else. And I was thinking when this happened, we weren't, our country wasn't attacked. Not yet. I hope it doesn't happen. But this would be a time to do it. With the House in disarray, Republicans in disarray. But I remembered, of course, September 11th, if you remember, if you were old enough to be here, not our millennial correspondent, Mark he wasn't even alive during September 11th, so you never know. Anyway, when we were attacked on Bush's watch, on the Republicon, what happened? The country unified. You didn't have Democrats going off on George W. Bush. No, that didn't happen. Which probably should have happened. But if if the shoe was on the other foot, if Al Gore was in the White House when we were, and of course it is an if, that we would even be attacked if Al Gore was in the White House. That's a whole other story. But if we were attacked when a Democrat was in the White House, the Republicans wouldn't unify. No, they wouldn't pull a hair for this country. They want the country nice and divided unless it suits them for a minute and a half. Jesus Christ. Look at their standard bearer. It never ends. And we're going to talk about how, of course, all over Fox News, all over their friggin' vomit Twitter feed, they're going on about how the Democratic Party is filled with anti-Semites, supposedly, because there are some Muslim members of the House. Ilhan Omar, they're attacking Ilhan Omar just for being. She's alive, so they attack her. They mock her. The Lauren Band from the Bowling Alley Bowbirds. Like, remember her? Because this is what they do. They're like a bunch of stand-up comedians workshopping, not even good stand-up comedians. They're like open mic assholes workshopping their shitty jokes that suck. And she's like, Lauren Boebert says, Ilhan Omar was running for the elevator and she didn't have a backpack, so I was safe. Ha, 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 ha. Remember that? This is who they are. So they're attacking Ilhan Omar. But this weekend, Trump and his wasted spawns, they're also wastes of human DNA. They're hosting some event at that tacky Roach Motel spy magnet, Moron. They're hosting an event that has a literal Nazi on the speakers list. We're talking about this effing con man who dines with Nazis, who calls Nazis very fine people. But all of a sudden, right? Where it's the Democrats or anti-Semites, there were such anti-Semites. When they're hanging out with Nazis, they can't have it both ways. The Jews run everything. The Jews run the media. This is what we've been dealing with. The rise in anti-Semitism because of the right. The Unite the Right, the Proud Pricks, all of these effers. They're all a bunch of neo-Nazis. So they want it all ways, and the corporate media is more than willing to comply and give them legitimacy, to give the con man legitimacy. Oh, Trump, he criticizes Netanyahu. He does? It sounded like a rambling personal attack because somebody didn't lick his crack. All 6'2", 6'3", excuse me, 215 pounds of him. Oh, here comes Junior. I'm sorry, I didn't put him in the bedroom. He was sleeping, so of course he woke up. Oh, fuck off, man. I can't deal with this shit. I can't. You gotta go lay down. Go lay down. I'm sorry. Well, let me continue to play the con man. Oh, well, here's the music. Hold on. We'll be right back. Become a patron, all right? Do something. For once. I'm just kidding. Do something for once in your life. Become a patron at patreon.com. We haven't seen Ray run across the screen. He's in the bedroom with Boudica. Boudica and Ray were acting... They were acting a fool. And I couldn't take them. So I put them in the bedroom. And they were chasing each other. And the others were asleep. Now Junior's awake. Sit down. He probably heard me screaming. I just want peace. Peace. But also, when this happened in Israel, I just kept thinking about the people there. You know, these people, what do you do with your pets if you have to escape? This is what's happening. You know, they're living real lives, and then all of a sudden, completely disrupted by a bunch of effing monsters who can't let babies sleep. They have to kill. I mean, it's just like unfathomable. Sit down. Come on, man. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry for the people who don't like the cat interrupting. I don't like it either. I live in a 1-bedroom apartment. There's only so much I can do. And I'm trying. All right, guys? Please, please, please. Oh, my God. Everything sucks. Jesus, Marion. Oh, fucking Jesus Christ. On a bike. Motherfucker. I'm just looking at an email that's pissing me off. Okay, let's continue to play this. Hold on, I gotta do something. I gotta put him in the bedroom. Let me play this because he's fucking pulling on me. So I'll play this while I put him in the bedroom. At least you'll get to hear the whole thing without me interrupting it.
You know, Hezbollah is very smart. They're all very smart. The press doesn't like when they say it. But Hezbollah, they're very smart. I'll never forget that Bibi Netanyahu let us down. That was a very terrible thing. I will say that. They've got to straighten it out because they're fighting potentially a very big force. They're fighting potentially Iran. And when they have people saying the wrong things, everything they say is being digested by these people because they're vicious and they're smart. And boy, are they vicious, because nobody's ever seen the kind of sight that we've seen. But they cannot play games. So we were disappointed by that, very disappointed. But we did the job ourselves, and it was absolute precision, magnificent, beautiful job.
Oh, shut up.
And then Bibi tried to take credit for it. That wasn't good. That didn't make me feel too good, but that's
God,
all right.
who would listen
so
to this?
Strengthen themselves up. And they said,
who would
I hope
go?
Hezbollah doesn't attack from the north, because that's the most vulnerable spot. I said, wait a minute.
Oh, wait a minute.
They're all very smart. The press doesn't like when they
They're
say it.
oh, yes, it's the
I said
press.
that President Xi of China, 1.4 billion people, he controls them with an iron
God.
fist. I said, he's a very smart man. They killed me the next day. I said he was smart. What am I going to say?
What the fuck up?
They're very smart. And they have a national defense minister or somebody.
Oh, my God. It's
saying, I hope Hezbollah
it's
doesn't
like a
attack
rake
us
on a
from the north."
chalkboard.
So the following morning, they attacked. They might not have been doing it, but if you listen to this jerk, you would attack from the north, because he said that's our weak spot.
Shut your hole for good. You know? Shut it for good. I can't wait to that day, that great getting up morning You know what I'm saying? Legally and peacefully. That great getting up morning when the news comes over, the breaking news banner, and you know what it says? You know what it's going to say. And there will be celebrations around the world. Trust me, it'll be like when Biden was elected, when we received the word that we had sent this con man back to Moron to go wipe his ass with our classified secrets. Little did we know. And people, I live here, in Queens. There, all of a sudden, I didn't know what was happening. I was hearing horns honking, people cheering. I was like, what the hell's going on? Looked at my phone and said, Biden elected 46th president of the United States. People were hugging, dancing in the streets like they were liberated from Saddam friggin' Hussein. That's what it's going to be like on that great getting up morning. Oh, it'll be fabulous. Trust me. Sometimes I fantasize about that now when I want to, when I'm meditating. When they say, go to your happy place, you're listening to a guided meditation. It's like, go to your happy place. That's the happy place I go to. The day when the earth will breathe a sigh of relief. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. A little bit easier. The world will just skip a little bit easier. And I don't know what the corporate media is going to do. Who's going to give them a reason to, circle jerk? Oh, which I predicted. Oh my God. What a little bitch, Could you imagine if fucking anybody, I'm sorry for my language, but look at what we're looking at, Could you imagine if Barack Obama behaved like that? Which I predicted, acted like a little bitch, like a little girl in high school, a little Heather in high school. I predicted it. Oh, look at these. Now these fuckers are fighting. Fucking shut up. Sick of it. This place is out of control. It's fucking getting nuts in here with these goddamn cats. There's like a imbalance in the force. Everybody's hissing. Everybody's, Jesus Christ. I'm happy for your language. I need it. I need my language. Thank you. Thank you, Paradu. Thank you. Right, he does look like he just pooped in his diaper. Oopsie. Which he does. And according to Noel Castor, he shits himself all the time. His abuse of Adderall. Filthy bastard. Oh, God. Which I predicted. Could you imagine anybody else, any other grown human ass behaving like this? How do we put up with it? How does anybody vote for it? That's the problem. That is the problem. These people they are the problem, and they need not to be validated with, what do you think? You gonna vote for him again? You like him? What do you think? What's your opinion? No. The only question that should be asked of these people by the corporate media is, what the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? What is your damage? What is your problem? They keep putting the camera in front of them saying, do you believe the election was stolen? Of course they do. They are stupid. They'll sell their own mother down the river if it validates their hate. That's all they get in return. And that's the promise of authoritarianism. You get nothing except more division, more hate, more excuses to hate other people, more validation. That's all they get. What do they get from him? He's not offering them anything. He sells them magic beans. He takes liberal policies, which is, he doesn't have any policies anymore. It's just, I was wronged by Earth. Jesus Christ, it's so tedious. Which I predicted. Yeah, because you do everything right? Isn't that what he said? I did everything right, and they indicted me. Fucking whiny bitch. I can't wait till they drag his ass to prison. And then bring it on, traitors. Bring it on. Really. More of you can join him in prison. Who is fucking calling me? Why am I being... I have Robo Killer, and I don't need this shit today. What is happening? Why am I getting a fucking phone call? Okay. From some spam mother... somebody... Yeah, I told you. Some fucker put me on a goddamn prank. I get these stupid pranks. I don't get them anymore because I have Robo Killer. So eat my dust. Spamming pranky waste my time. I mean, imagine that. Me, little old me. Tara Devlin of Tarabuster. I'm so important. They have to target me with the fucking prank bots. You know what I'm saying? God, how pathetic you are, right-wingers. How pathetic. Because that's all they have. And what are we doing here? What are we doing on this show? We're talking about, freedom. Universal health care, universal higher education, living wages, having a democracy that works for everybody. Not just the dirt bag. You beg for a trickle. I mean, what do they talk about? Oh, the Jews will not replace them, right? That's what they talk about. The Great Replacement Theory. They talk about shit we've resolved again and again. We resolved that shit in the last century. How many 85 million human beings put that question to rest, but it's back with these effing pricks because they never stop. They never stop. Because, I don't know, something's wrong with them. They're incapable. Oh, I'm telling you. I can't take it. They are unfit. And that's really the story tonight. They're unfit to lead a drunken conga line, much less a modern nation. Everything about them. I'm so sick of it. I can't bear it sometimes. I'm so sick of it. Here. And imagine, let's play the game. It's like this piece of dirt, this effing grifter who received fewer votes, the 91 times indicted, twice impeached dirt bag that is the leader of this effing clown show that can't get its shit together. Do us a favor. Put Jim Jordan in the speakership, please. I'd love to watch the Republican Party get smashed into dirt in the next election. That's why that's all they can do is cheat and try to kick people off the voting rolls and try to gerrymander. And that's why we even have a Jim Jordan anyway. A disgrace. Somebody who cried and wouldn't blow the whistle on a goddamn pedophile. This is who these people are. kiss up, kick down. Bootlickers. And there's no place for that in a democracy, a modern democracy, a nation of laws, a multiracial, liberal republic, democratic republic. There's no place for that. I mean, what's the odds? These effing idiots, they're always like, Trump is being indicted. What you can't beat, you indict. Well, how many times we got to beat this fucking prick? It's like a goddamn monster movie. When the monster, you think it's dead, and then you're in the movies, right? You're like, and then they're like, thank God we beat the monster, and behind them there's the monster, like, waking up. That's what it's like. How many times you got to beat this monster? Right. Please. Please put Jim Jordan in the chair. Let the show. Let the games begin. Because that's all you have are shows. You put on a show for the dupes, and I mean, what is Jim Jordan? He sucks. He's a fucking bomb thrower. He's a clown show. He's a goddamn juggler in the clown show. Except he sucks at juggling. He just drops everything like a fucking disgrace to juggling. Where is this? I mean, that's all I guess he thinks that talking loud is a substitute for actually having an argument. Speaking loudly that's Jim Jordan's superpower. But it's sort of like how Lauren Boebert, and Perjury Trader Green, how their superpower is being disgusting, just being horrible to whoever happens to sit before their committees. It's a joke. It's an effing disgrace. And the whole world is watching, right? We should do you feel proud of the clown show? Do you feel proud when you watch these traitors make a mockery out of America, out of everyone who ever sacrificed for this country? Here, I just want to play this. I mean, this clip is old, but it's Jim Jordan and Maria Barra-Moron having an interview, and it's kind of fascinating because they're both they're simply just screaming at each other, and I wonder, who does their audio. I have an excuse. I do this dinky podcast. They have a whole staff, but they still can't get it together.
Her campaign a defensive briefing. Right. They should have done the same for President Trump because they literally had no evidence.
Why are you screaming?
So we're going to talk with our lawyers. We're going to talk with Speaker McCarthy on where we proceed from here. In fact, are there people that were highlighted in the Durham investigation and the Durham report that we need to talk to on the Judiciary Committee? We're going to give that a good
Which wasn't a report.
But nothing is off the table because it is critical the American people understand how their government, their agencies have been turned on them, the taxpayer, and we get all the facts out there.
Year and a half. Just screaming Jim Jordan, who's not even a lawyer, by the way. He went to law school. That's who they are. They're just simply unfit. It's like, oh, well, let's go here. Let's go right before the show started. I just want to keep track of the time. Wait, where are we? Okay. What's his name? George Santos, who is another disgrace, another clown, who has no business being anywhere near the halls of power, who's a complete fraud, a con man, a grifter, a check kiter, a credit card skimmer, an identity stealer. I mean, these people, this is who they have in Congress. And no one resigns. And listen, I'm the same with, what's his name? The friggin', what's that guy's? The gold bar douchebag from New Jersey. But the difference is We don't have a leadership that protects. Well, isn't that true? Actually, now that I'm saying this, I know that. Yeah, Schumer's not calling for him to resign, is he? Who's the gold bar asshole? Menendez. But most Democrats are calling for him to resign. I don't why. Fuck you, Chuck Schumer, too. Really, what a disgrace. All right. Well, we got one. They got George Santos. They got Perjury Trader Green. They got many, many more assholes. Assholeism is their baseline. You know what I mean? But the whole thing. I'm sorry, you got gold bar. Why do you have gold bars? Oh, he said it's some kind of trauma response because his family had to flee or something, right? Give me a break. I got. You can look at my trauma responses right behind me. Sleeping in the cat tree. You got gold bars? Get a cat. Get a kitten. Gold bars. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. But what a clown show in general. At least, you would never have the Democrats allowing one person to simply shut down the entire work, the entire business of the House, which is emblematic of the problem that we are living with in this country under the tyranny of the minority. That's the problem with America. You know where we would be if not for the tyranny of the minority? All of the Republicon dirty tricks we've had to put up with that have been inflicted on us, like gerrymandering, which gave us the likes of Jim Jordan. In the John Lewis Voting Rights Act, which the great democracy lovers Adam Kinzinger and Liz Cheney voted against, it did away with gerrymandering. Right? It made automatic voter registration, all these great democratic things that Republicans hate. That's why we don't have election day on a holiday. Like, very simple fixes, but they don't want people to vote. You understand? They just don't want people to vote. We could say that, we got problems in the Democratic Party, but it's not the baseline. We got the Bob Menendez, who, how dare you not resign? Fuck off. What a joke. What an effing disgrace. But now, because of Trump and the Republicans, no one resigns anymore. You just don't ever resign. You get what you can. It's a smash and grab, like George Santos. This is the best job he's ever had. He's getting, what is it, $170,000 salary a year? He's never made anything near that. Never, ever. He's a grifter. This is a guy that robbed a veteran and killed the veteran's service dog. What a piece of shit. What a disgusting person. Who does that besides a con man and a sociopath? You have to be a sociopath to do things like that, to be a grifter. And yeah, Katara Ravachi for Speaker of the House. Exactly. I'd rather have her. Who's that girl? That's, for those who don't know, that's George Santos's drag persona. But that's another example of how the hypocrisy of the right. They're just, it's to the bone. It's absolutely to the bone. All right, where is it? So right before we went on air, George Santos had a meltdown in the halls of power. And I don't know, did you see it? Here, let's play it.
That's what you are. You have no
Unbelievable what these people have done.
Excuse me. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
You see his face when he was asked if he was going to jail?
Sympathizers in this building is unacceptable. They should not be allowed in here.
Oh my
What is
God.
happening in Israel is
What a
abhorrent.
bitch.
That's what it is. And the next time he tries to accost me with a child in my hand, I want him out of here. What happened exactly?
Oh
He's
my
an
God,
animal.
what a drama queen.
What happened? He is a
Unfit.
terrorist sympathizer.
Terrorist
You can go look at the
sympathizer.
video.
Look at the video. Well, we did look at the video, and you're the only one yelling and acting like a fucking dumb bitch. A tedious, goddamn drama queen. Oh, I guess he's channeling this Jewish heritage that he doesn't have. Not that you need to have Jewish heritage to be disgusted and outraged about what's happened, but he's milking it for his own, bullshit, for attention. You see, he's not Jewish. He's Jewish. Remember? He found out he was, look, he's from Brazil. His mother, they said that they escaped the Holocaust. It's bullshit. That's not true. It's not real. Booty, get down. God fucking damn it. Just jump on the fucking light. I'm sorry. But, yeah, it's... What happened? He said that he found out... Wait, let me look it up. Let's see. Is George Santos Jewish? He's not. I'm telling you right off the bat. Let's see. Oh, yes. But he did speak at the Republican Jewish Coalition. What a fucking unbelievable shamelessness. It's stunning. Really, it's stunning. Here's the answer from Perplexity, the AI machine here. There is controversy surrounding George Santos's claims of Jewish heritage. Santos, who was elected as a Republican representative for parts of Queens and Long Island, has made various claims about his Jewish ancestry, including that his mother was Jewish, and that his grandparents escaped the Nazis during World War II, which is all bullshit. However, genealogical records have shown that he holds no familial connection to Judaism. The Republican Jewish Coalition has criticized Santos for misleading its members and about his ties to their faith, and said that he would not be the world too. He would not be welcome in the world, as well as at the group's future events. Santos has alternately described himself as Jewish and half Jewish and a proud American Jew. What a piece of shit these fucking people are, And a non-observant Jew, among other descriptors. He's also claimed to be, what? How do you pronounce that? Halakataka. Let me look at this. What is that? Halachicality, which is a halal. I don't even know how to pronounce that. What does it mean? It is related to halacha, Jewish law, a ruling from a rabbi. Whatever. He claimed it. However, he has since said he is Catholic, and that he only said he was Jewish because he learned his maternal family had a Jewish background, which is bullshit. He learned shit. He ain't learned a fucking thing. And when they put his ass in jail, he's not going to learn a thing either. Because that's the problem with right-wingers. That's the problem with sociopaths. They don't learn. It's their birthright. It's the Republican birthright is never to learn, never to change, never to absorb new information and adjust your behavior. Never say you're sorry. Never say, I didn't know that. Never say you're wrong. Never learn. Never go explore. Never look at the world through anybody else's eyes. Never say, gee, I didn't know that. What a small and pathetic world they all live in. How can you live in a world when you're just so damn perfect? It must be so damn boring to be so perfect. You know, nobody wants to read a book. You know, you read a story about somebody, like any story, look at the friggin' epic of Gilgamesh from the goddamn Iliad till today. No, I woke up in the morning. Everything was perfect. I did everything correct. I did it. I made every move I made was absolutely perfect. The end. Went to sleep and rinse, repeat. I did it in the morning. I woke up. I said everything's perfect. I did everything correctly. I said everything that I 100% correctly. Nothing ever went wrong. The end. I never learned because I'm fucking perfect. You can't fix perfect. What a boring story that is. Nobody wants to read that story. Nobody wants to live that goddamn story. But no one can relate to it because it's fucking bullshit. No one lives that story because, it's never been written. Who would write that story? You would be laughed at. I'm perfect. Like I predicted. I predicted everything right. Who are you, Miss Cleo? I predicted it. I predicted. Well, why don't you fucking do something about it? Because now you predicted something? You did? You said something correct? Well, no, how could we ever believe you? It's like the boy who cried wolf. Everything is a lie. Unless, we all know you're full of shit. So that one day you're like, I predicted there's going to be an attack. I predicted. Who's going to believe you? Nobody. Oh, God, when will that day come? Not the prediction day. You know what day I'm talking about. You know what day I'm talking about, right? I don't need to specify. The great getting up morning day, right? You know the day. When we get on the news and they're like, breaking news. Right? Something happened today that's gonna make a lot of people dance in the streets. There's a party. The world's gonna... And then you know what'll happen? Which is what happened when that great getting up morning with Margaret Thatcher. The right-wingers will go like, oh, there goes those tolerant liberals again. Look at them. Yes, because we're not supposed to react to something that's, when something, when you pick a tick off your body and you flick it, aren't you a bit happier? Well, what do you do when you pick the biggest parasite off the body politic that ever inflicted its rapacious gullet on this world? You celebrate. Okay, so here's some more with George Santos having a hissy fit. I don't even know what you call it. Who behaves like this? Who behaves like this, right? Except, imagine, okay, let's play the game again. And give me any Democrat acting like this. They wouldn't. They wouldn't. It would not be accepted. And if they did, you know what would happen? It's the corporate media would get all, that would be breaking news. It's not breaking news when Trump and his scummy spawns host Nazis at their spy magnet, Maramoron, the tacky, gilded place where they wipe their ass with classified documents. That's not breaking news. Imagine if Malia, Sasha or Malia, or Hunter Biden hosted a Nazi at an event. What would happen? What would happen? They get away with fucking everything, these Trumps. It's really out of control. That's why I cannot wait. When will it happen? Well, there's a couple of great getting up mornings. First, I hope we get the great getting up morning where he gets dragged into prison. Oh, that would be good. And then the all of the traitors, they'll come flying. They're like bats out of the belfry, and then we get to go bing, 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 bing. You get a prison cell, and you get a prison cell, and you get a prison cell. That we just sweep them away into their cells with their con men, and that maybe they, it's like Jim Jones or something, or Heaven's Gate. You can all fly up when your master steps off the mortal coil. You could follow him. Overdose on Trump Network vitamins, and he'll meet you on the other side of the Hale-Bopp comet. That's what he said. All right.
Absolutely not. The gentleman back there is a terrorist sympathizer that has no business in this building. What is happening in Israel is abhorrent. What is happening to the people of Israel should not be defended. Nobody defending Hamas has any business in this building, whether you're elected, whether you're a civilian. It is a disgrace that we allow people to parade that kind of thought in here. This was an anti-Israel move.
Who's anti-Israel? Nobody.
All right, a very emotional interaction there. You could hear Santos
very
saying
emotional
no one
fucking scene. End scene. End scene, right? Let's try that again with, just tone it down a little, George. I like the crack in the voice. It almost seemed like you had actual emotions. But you don't have to get that loud. It's kind of disturbing. So let's run this again from the top. Run it from the top. We'll just start from the interaction where, I don't know, you have some random baby in your hand. You don't need the baby. Where'd you get the baby? It doesn't make any sense. Because when the viewer sees this, they're going to be like, what is this baby? What is this guy doing with a baby? Did he steal that baby? It doesn't make any sense. It's sort of like, I know we're supposed to yes and this scene, but the baby, we just, let's try it without the baby and see how it runs. See if it feels more natural.
Hamas has any business in the halls of Congress, whether they're elected or they're a civilian. Reporters also caught up with Shabad Singh. He's the man that Santos was shouting at to get his side of the story.
He accused me of being in his personal space, so I took a step back. He was holding a child in his arms and saying that it was inappropriate of me to ask him
questions. Was he holding it upside down, maybe? Trying to get the change? He was shaking it by its ankles? Trying to get, maybe mommy gave it some money for the vending machine and he needed it.
Scenario. I continued to ask him those questions. He refused to respond. He then found me here in this hallway and accosted me, began yelling at me, essentially framing what I am saying as some sort of anti-Semitic trope.
So he laid hands on you?
He did not touch me.
All right, so the interaction there, according to sources, the man who's a Jewish D.C. resident was asking Santos about Israel's oppression of Palestinians. The man reportedly kept his hands at his side while Santos waved a finger in his face. That's when Capitol Police stepped in between them, ultimately arresting the man, as you see here.
Why did he get arrested?
In handcuffs. We also have heard from George Santos himself, posting here on X, formerly Twitter, saying a pair of terrorist sympathizers got in my face, cursed at me, screaming and berating the baby in my arms. Here's what I have to say.
Berating the baby in my arms.
Terrorist sympathizers in the halls of Congress are unacceptable. So a huge exchange there that we wanted to bring you as this just came into our newsroom here, and of course our cameras were rolling inside.
That's what they think. Fingers, wagging fingers, screaming. That is a substitute for truth and reality. Anybody buy that? The man accosted him and started berating the baby in his arms. Why he has a baby? Maybe that's what he was asking. Why do you have a baby in your arms? Leave that baby alone. Stop molesting that baby. Stop trying to steal that baby's lunch money. That poor baby. Maybe he thought he was he's the poor baby, right? Oh, me, poor baby. My crimes are catching up to me. Why is that guy in handcuffs? When George Santos was the one having a meltdown. Jesus Christ. I look at this guy's fucking Twitter feed. Witch hunt. Pinned. Unbelievable. What is this shit? Keep crying, Tim Hogan. I stand by my comment. I have not done my job since being elected. He said, I can chew and walk gum at the same time. Do you think Nancy Pelosi would be able to say that? Well, because I guess he's making a joke out of the fact that he said, he's an idiot.
I have not done my job since I've gotten here. I can chew and walk gum at the same time.
Oh my God, I hate these people. It is exhausting. It's absolutely exhausting.
I have not done my job since I've gotten here. I can chew and walk gum at the same time.
Would somebody arrest that man already? Before something bad happens? Fucking unbelievable. What a shit show. What a goddamn clown show. Who are these fucking people? Hold on. Be back. Why am I talking like that? I sound like Be Best. Be Best. That's another thing. I mean, everything about them sucks. Be Best. Be Best. Who fucking makes something called Be Best? Be Best? Who came up with that stupid name? Be Best. Be Best? And the irony of trying to make bullying that's your first lady focus when the filthy fascist Republicans they got up Michelle Obama's case because she let's move. Come on, everybody. Let's move because we're a fucking bunch of fat fucks. Everybody's goddamn sitting on their ass. Let's move. And they got on her case. Oh, Michelle Obama, she's trying to tell us what to do. She's trying to, we want the freedom to sit on our fat asses. You won't do it. You know what? I am all for right-wingers sitting on their asses all day, eating as much fried food as they can shove into their holes. Just keep eating it and drinking. Remember when Ted Cruz was all like, Joe Biden wants us to drink 2 beers? You see, everything about them, what does that do? Does that lower inflation when you do shit like that? No. They have nothing to offer. It's all performative. Joe Biden wants us to drink only 2 beer? Nobody said that. No, but let's make up a whole fucking thing and then get a bunch of douchebags to form some kind of backdrop of idiocy, and they can all take a drink at the same time. I want them to drink as much as they want to while eating just eat red meat. You know, the poor cows that have to die. At least they gave their life for a good cause, clogging your arteries. Eat all that shit. Don't get the COVID vaccine. Sit on your asses. Never move. Just sit in front of your computer, absorbing all kinds of bullshit. Keep doing. That's what I want them to do. Because they're doing us a favor, you know. Ultimately. The rest of us, the normal people, I hope we, you know, exercise, try to eat right, take care of yourself. Because that'll be a great gut nut morning too. When we don't have to deal with all these goddamn morons. Of course, it would be great if they all raptured the F out of here. Thank you, Covert White Rabbit, for your super chat. If you or I stole someone's identity, we would be in jail. Exactly. This is ridiculous. If our Congress was a musical, it would be the Feces Follies. Yes, it would. And there's that guy. You see that guy next to... He's always up this asshole's ass. I'm talking about George Santos. That guy's Vish Burra. He's the guy I had on the phone that time. That was like, look me up. Look me up. Like, I gave a fucking shit about you. I'm going to look you up as if it matters. Yeah, look me up. You see what I'm saying? They're all a bunch of sociopaths. His entire job, it consists of following George Santos around, laughing at all of his stupid antics, and standing there. Anybody else who has any shred of dignity already quit. They already quit his stupid whatever he is. I am so... wait, hold on. Shouting match.
Here, I can chew and walk gum.
I can chew and walk gum. I wish you would.
What happened?
You know, I have to say, you see, you remember when was this? During Obama. Here, we're playing this game a lot tonight. When Obama, there was a picture that came out of the Obama White House where Barack Obama was sitting in at the Resolute desk, and he had his feet up on the desk. Remember that? And the effing pricks went mad. Oh, it's such a disrespect. It's so, because it's Obama. Of course, because he had darker pigment. So it's like, who is this darker pigment person putting his feet on the desk? Oh. Meanwhile, these people, they literally incite a bunch of losers to go take a goddamn dump in the Capitol. They defecate in the Capitol. And meanwhile, also, not just meanwhile, it's all simultaneous. It's like a nightmare. It's like a surrealistic nightmare. It all comes at you at once. And you got all like on one side of the Capitol, these idiots are screaming at each other. On the other side, The other right wingers are screaming at each other. Then you got the two douchebags, Bo Burt and Perjury Trader Green, screaming at each other in the bathroom. And then Perjury Trader Green comes out of the bathroom. She sees AOC and she's following her and screaming at her. I mean, this is what they do. They fucking don't know how to behave. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of them. This is acceptable. Oh, they complain that Senator Fetterman, that he dresses in a friggin' hoodie. Well, I don't give a shit if you're wearing a goddamn ball gown. You're acting like a fool in the friggin' halls of Congress. You look like an idiot. You are a disgrace. Not only do you act like a fool in front of the cameras, it's all a big show. Oh, Israel, get that terrorist sympathizer out of here. No, I mean, look at the tape. Look at the tape. Yeah, we looked at the tape. You are the only one yelling. Oh, you know what it sounded like to me, too? It's because the pressure is getting to him. And he needed to let it out, And he loves the attention. He was getting too much negative attention for all of the crimes that he's committing. The superseding indictment that came out with him stealing identities and skimming the idiots stupid enough to give him money. What do you think? When you give a grifter a credit card, you're begging to be robbed. And it's not just him. This is what Trump did too. Remember, they put these effing idiots that were like, "Oh, help me! I'm a billionaire. I need your $2 Put your money in this stupid slot here, you dumb-dumbs. You're a billionaire. You're such a billionaire. I didn't know billionaires needed some idiot's $10. Why would you need, if you're a billionaire, you need some douchebags who hasn't seen a dentist since 1972? You need their $2? Billionaire? They live in a trailer. They look like it. Some trailers are nice. I'm not trying to say. But their trailers are shit. Because they got all these stupid flags all over it. Stupid flags. Stupid friggin' ugly, stupid eagles on their shirt. Oh, God, I hate this place. I'm going to cry. I cannot handle it. I can't even believe this is the end of the Progressive Voices part of the show. How the hell did that happen? Oh, man. Do me a favor, okay? Become a patron at patreon.com/TaraDevlin, please. You want to have the show going and growing? Please, pretty please, mommy, please. All right, listen, we will win. We're on the right side of history. We're on the right side of decency, dignity, democracy, humanity. Check out APS Radio News. We stick together, we win. And we will win on that great getting up morning. I'll see you there. All right. Oh my God. Where were we? I'm so glad everybody's settled down. This my ass is killing me on this chair. I just have to say, I've been sitting in this fucking chair all day. I'm sick of it. That should be another tagline of the show. I'm sick of it. Is that Booty I see? Booty boo. Come here, you cutie cute. Come here, cutie. Come here. She doesn't want to listen to me. Boudica, get over here. I want to see you. You're so good. Look at her. I know she was a hippie protester in her past life. Because whenever I pick her up, she automatically practices the art of passive nonviolence resistance and completely goes limp. She's been taught well. She just doesn't like being picked up for some reason. When that's all I want to do is pick her up and kiss her. Right? Right, you little mommy? Come over here, mommy. Right, mommy? Where are you? All right, back to work before I lose my patrons. She is getting big, but she's still small. It's gonna be very, very sad. Yeah, the reason I'm looking at my phone, my fucking accountant. No, I filed an extension. I don't have 2 damn days to file. And she's fucking sending me documents like now to sign. Not to sign. I mean, it's all electronic, but I have to do something. I'm like, come on. You couldn't have done this 5 hours ago? You got to do it now? It's like 10 o'clock. I'm having a meltdown. Right, Boudica? Right, my booty boo? Booty, booty, boo. Where are you? That's what I sing to her all the time. Booty, booty, boo. And I say, you're gonna get yourself a booty snack. That's a fact. All right. I better stop. That's why I don't have patrons. No, I do have some. I need more. Nobody cares, though. Oh, boy. No, don't want to be self-pity. Don't go there. Don't go there. Booty, booty, boo. I see you. You sure are cute and pretty. Come on, booty, boo. I love you. I wanna pet that kitty. I wrote that song. And I sang it right now for you to enjoy. And I hope you did enjoy that song. Because there's more where that came from. All right, you want another thing that annoys me about Republicans is I just can't. I can't. I just want to show you something that made me want to vomit.
Phone rang, and it was President Donald Trump.
He's not the president.
And he was returning my call from the night before.
Sure, bitch.
And he said, have you got a minute? And I said, well, Mr. President, let me be honest with you. I'm walking out the door to church. Could I call you this afternoon? And he said, are you going to church right now? And I said, yes, sir, I am. He said, could we pray together? And I said, absolutely. And he said, I'm going to let you lead. And I said a brief prayer.
Are you kidding me?
My phone rang, and it was President Donald Trump. And he was returning my call from the night before.
He was?
And he said, have you got a minute?
That's your first lie. Right? That's your first lie. Then here comes the second one.
And I said, well, Mr. President, let me be honest with you. I'm walking out the door to church.
Number 2, lie.
Could I call you this afternoon? And he said,
Oops.
And he said, have you got a minute? And I said, well, Mr. President.
Whoops.
And he said, are you going to church right now? And I said, yes, sir, I am.
Lie number 3.
He said, could we pray together?
Wait.
And I said, absolutely. And he said, I'm going to let you lead. And I said a brief prayer. My phone rang.
Bullshit. And I have a bridge. It's called the Williamsburg Bridge. It's beautiful. You'll love it. For the low price of, I don't know, $1,999. It could be all yours. And I have the deed right here. I wrote it right here on this tiny packet, which you can also wipe your glasses with. Donald Trump, are you fucking kidding me? Called and said, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm going to church. The traitor, the swinger. You know, Roger Stone is a swinger, by the way. Not that matters, but you think these fucking people are taking time out of their day to go to church? How come when the Norwegian film crew was following him around when he was plotting the coup, and he's in the midst of the coup, they never stopped and said, we got to go to church first. I'm going to church. Bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They never catch him at church. They never catch Trump at church. You could never see him darken a door of a church. Never. Not his wasted spawn's sons, not his bitch daughter, his sweatshop Chinese patent sucking daughter, not his coked out son, none of them. Not the other son. None. You never see them in church. Why? But meanwhile, Joe Biden, he goes to friggin' Mass every week. You'll see him at Mass. I'm not saying I don't go to Mass, only when somebody puts a gun to my head at this now. I mean, I'll go with my aunt now and then, because she goes. I don't go because I believe in it. But I go to church more then, right? How come we never catch these people going to church? We do catch the con man going into some douchebag's wedding at Maramoron and grabbing the mic and saying, "Poor me." But we never have with everyone having a 4K camera in their phone, 4K, 5K, HD resolution, macro, micro lens, zoom. We never get a glimpse of any of these pricks walking into church. And no one in the church, sneaks. Oh my God, that's Donald effing Trump over there. Check, and takes a picture. Exactly, Jim on the chat, because they only worship money. These bastards only worship the unholy dollar. That's it. That is it. They never go to a church. Are you kidding me? Jesus is a loser to them. He gave a shit about people. Right? He gave out free health care. Hung around with a bunch of dudes and a woman. Of course, that was edited out by the dudes. Like Roger Stone, like by the conservatives who killed Jesus. They're the ones who killed him. And then if he came back, they'd kill him again. Jesus was too woke for them. That's for sure. Oh, excuse me, Mr. so-called president who received fewer votes. I'm running out the door right now. Nah, yeah, you gotta be kidding me. You gonna run out on your Führer? Bullshit. Bullshit. Can I call you later? I gotta go and bend the knee to this ancient socialist hippie that I pretend to worship. Bullshit. How come nobody got a picture of this? Nobody got a picture. Uh-oh. What's going on behind me? I don't want no fighting here. No fighting, no fighting. I'm sick of it. I just can't take it. I can't take the lies. And how stupid do you think everybody is? You know, these people forget that the majority are not as dumb as the people who voted for them. So they forget that. And, that's why I can't take it anymore, because these right-wingers are, and the media, they're like, we're so, we were so tired of being looked down upon. Well, why don't you do something that will make me look up to you? We're sick of the elites looking down on us. Well, maybe stop being, stupid. I'm not saying, I'm not talking about your religion. I really do wish you would go pray in the closet like the Jesus you pretend to worship instructed you to do. He implicitly said, there's no daylight in what he said. He said, go pray in your closet. Didn't he say that? The hypocrites are the ones who go, oh, Jesus, like, Roger Stone, the one who says, the so-called president who received fewer votes called me, and I was like, I'm going to church. And then the fucking idiots in the audience are like, yay. And he says, can I pray with you? You're fucking kidding me. This is getting madness behind me. You see what I got to put up with? It's madness. You're kidding me. How stupid do you think we are? Oh, he's the guy who have never darkened the door of church. The time I hear one of the spawns, the coked up spawn, say anything about religion, he said, where has this turn the other cheek thingy ever gotten us? Right? That's what he said. Let's see if I have that handy. Let's see. Trump? I know I had it somewhere. Where's that ever gotten us? This turn the other cheek.
They're the ones that are controlled by the left, and that's because we have allowed it to happen. Right? That's why watching a group like this here means so much to me. It's why I got my butt on a plane and flew all the way to the West Coast to speak for half an hour only to fly back.
Oh, aren't you a fucking saint who walks among us?
Because we are the front line of freedom. We are the front line of liberty.
Not give a shit about anybody else.
And
liberty to steal and
together,
not have any repercussions.
We can take on these institutions, but we got to do it together.
Together.
Okay? That's where we've gone wrong for a long time. And if you've been and seen me speak here, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. But guess what, folks? If we get together, they cannot cancel us all. Okay?
We can try.
They won't. And this will be contrary to a lot of our beliefs, because I'd love not to have to participate in cancel culture. I'd love that it didn't exist. But as long as it does, folks,
oh my God,
we better be playing the same game. Okay? We've been playing T-ball for half a century, while they're playing hardball and cheating.
Sure,
right?
bitch.
We've turned the other cheek, and I understand. I understand sort of the biblical reference.
You do?
I understand the mentality.
The mentality of Jesus Christ, their so-called savior.
But it's gotten us nothing. Okay? It's gotten us nothing. While we've ceded ground in every major institution in our...
They are going to tell us, how religious they are. I understand the mentality of this fucking Jesus character, I get it. I get it. It's in the Bible. That ancient socialist hippie you all pretend to worship, who only The only thing that that he never said was, bash gays and hate on trans people, but that's the only thing you do. His expressed directions, you seem to neglect them. You throw them out the window. It's gotten us nothing, because that's all it is for them. What are we getting? What's in it for us? Right? What's in it for me? That's why Trump, the filthy con man, was like, I don't get it. Why would anybody ever make the ultimate sacrifice for this country? To put their own lives on the line? Storm the beaches of Normandy? I don't get it. Why? What's in it for them? I mean, do they get some Chinese patents? Do they get $2 billion from a fucking butcher who lords over A Handmaid's Tale? Oh, no thanks. We're talking to a grifter. We're talking about a grifter, a con man, who would never sacrifice for this country. I mean, when his country called him to do his part, to put his ass on the line for his country, he said, my feet hurt. I'm sorry. My feet hurt. Ouch. I got bone spurs. What a little bitch. And these people vote for him. They want to vote for him again. And the Republicans want to put him back in office. The one who's like, Hezbollah's smart. I predicted it. I love when he does these little sing-songy things. And then I did this, and then I did that. I did it all. I did it correctly. Everything was right. It was beautiful. It was the best. Except everything went bankrupt. Except here come the banks that take away your helicopter, put you on an allowance. Oh, it's the best. It's the greatest. I was like the queen. I wouldn't put a foot wrong, except when you open your mouth. Oh, I hate these people. It is so tedious to have to share the same blip of time with such awful people. I don't remember there being as many awful people when I was younger. I know there's always been awful people, but they've never had so much power in this country without any recourse. They've never, and the awful people, when they were caught, it seemed to me, maybe I am delusional, but misremembering, if that's a word, I do remember, or at least it seems that when the awful people were caught in the act of being themselves awful, there were some consequences. They had the dignity, somewhat, to resign, to go away, to get out of our government, to stop staining the government. And this is what the problem is. They bring their stench into our government, and they never stop. It's like a stinky diaper that you just never get to clean it up. And the stench permeates throughout the halls of power. And that's why you have these people who can't control themselves, who are unfit, that have no clue. All they know how to do is destroy and scream and yell at each other. Because they have no business being there. They're in over their heads. And the only thing they're there to do is rob and steal. Like George Santos. Are you going to go to jail if somebody asked him, or prison or whatever? Absolutely not. Well, I hope you get to eat those words. Because nothing is better than watching somebody get what they deserve after skirting it for a long time, Like that effing scumbag. that you want to put back in the Oval Office? Could you imagine during this most difficult time for Earth if that piece of dirt was squatting in the White House? I mean, with Ukraine under attack by Trump's favorite autocrat, the one who's like, can Putin be my best friend? I mean, what a bitch. What a needy bitch. Nobody likes a needy bitch. That's like rule number 1 of the universe. Right? That should be in the commandments. But he's like, oh, can Putin... He actually tweeted that. Can Putin be my best friend? What? And no one debased themselves so openly in front of the world like Trump did at Helsinki. What an international embarrassment. What an embarrassment for America in front of the world. And they want to put that guy back in the office. Back in the Oval Office. What a disgrace. These people, when is it a year and a half? I mean, we got to get them out of power. Where? Oh, here's Trump again, going off on, I know, I'm sorry to do this to you, but it's completely outrageous. Going off on everything.
Instead of keeping terrorists and terrorist sympathizers out of America, the Biden administration
they all do their
is
open mic
inviting
night.
them in. You know why?
Why?
Because he's got a boss. Who's his boss?
Ooh.
Barack Hussein
Really?
Obama. Barack Hussein.
Oh my God.
Barack Hussein Obama.
Oh, okay.
Remember the great Rush Limbaugh?
We're bringing back the
Barack
oldies.
Hussein Obama. Here you go, Barack Hussein Obama. Hello, Lee.
Wow. Isn't this mind-numbing? It's mind-numbingly stupid. It's like, what the fuck? That's why I'm like, what the fuck? With this corporate media giving anybody who votes for this asshole or anybody who's sitting in the audience, you're going to treat them like they're normal? You got to treat them like the way they are. You treat them like the morons that they are. Look at this. I just want to show you this headline. This is the headline I was talking about earlier from CNN. Trump sharply criticizes Netanyahu over intelligence failure in latest sign of soured relationship. And it took 4 people to write that? Really? That sounds like he's an actual legitimate person that has a point of view that doesn't include, it sounds like he's got some kind of actual clue about foreign policy that it doesn't include whoever he's talking about sufficiently licking his ass. That's Trump's foreign policy. Did the person lick my ass enough? I don't care if they're the most disgusting the most evil tin pot dictator on the planet. I will debase myself in front of him and the world. I'll suck his ass right back in Macy's window. I couldn't believe this headline. Trump sharply criticizes Netanyahu over soured relation. Excuse me. Let me repeat. Trump sharply criticizes Netanyahu over intelligence failure in latest sign of soured relationship. Is that what he was doing? I see the soured relationship because Netanyahu didn't kiss his ass, but if Netanyahu kissed his ass, the headline would be the complete opposite. He would be like, Trump praises Netanyahu's strong leadership in the midst of a crisis, in latest sign of sealed relationship or whatever, of their great relationship. That's all. What does he know? He intelligence failure. Is this in the classified documents he stole? That he has no business having? Or maybe it was somewhere on the classified documents he gave to the Russians, much to the dismay and outrage of the Israelis. Trump sharply criticizes because he's a normal person that knows what he's doing, right? And not a effing disgrace to humanity that has no actual human feelings. He's a clown. If only he was just a clown. But you people keep putting him on a pedestal as if he's like a legitimate. He's a choice that someone might make. He's just some other choice that a voter might make if they are racist and appreciate Nazis. Oh, that's the other thing I meant to get to. Of course, time runs out all the time. This is what happens on Tarabuster. But I guess we have 8 minutes. Well, let me finish first what Trump said.
Instead of keeping terrorists and terrorist sympathizers out of America, the Biden administration is inviting them in. You know why? Because he's got a boss. Who's his boss? Barack Hussein Obama. Barack Hussein.
We're going back to the oldies.
Barack Hussein Obama.
Remember the great
Rush Limbaugh?
He's not great. He's rotting in hell.
Hussein Obama.
Oh, wow. Well, how clever and interesting. What an interesting person you are.
Hello, Lee. Unbelievably, the corrupt Biden Department of Justice recently invited an Iranian-backed judge from Iraq to visit our nation's capital. Isn't that nice? He couldn't have been too impressed with our capital. It looks like shit.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
No, have you seen what they've done to it?
Well, I saw what you did to it when you trashed it and had your traitor assholes defecate in the Capitol. You see what I'm saying? These people. Imagine Barack Obama saying that. Have you seen what they did to the Capitol? To Washington? Oh, it looks like shit. Never. It would never happen. Because he's got dignity. He understands, there's an example to be set. Like George Washington understood. The father of our country understood that we would be judged by our behavior in war. With our prisoners of war, for example, treat them with respect, give them no cause to complain. Bunch of fucking hypocrites we all are. But the other thing I wanted to say is that as all over the fascist, the frickin' Fox News. Every time I turn on or go on to Twitter, I see. And we've done this before. I get all right-wingers on the feed because they're being shoved down our throats because of the disgusting, billionaire who shouldn't exist. Not that Elon Musk shouldn't exist, but there should be no billionaires, But, oh well, that's a sign of a symptom. So they're pounding. It's the symptom of a sick system, is what I'm trying to say. See, they're pounding. Here they go. Trump calls for Tlaib's impeachment over silence on Hamas terrorism questions. Trump has guts. I give it to him. Why don't you let him give it to you? because I know that's what you want. And then you can give it to him. You know, at least give him a reach around. Get on your knees like you do figuratively and do what Monica did for Bill or something. I mean, that's what you want to do. I can't wait till that great getting up morning. Didn't I say that again? It's incredible. Exactly. And that someone, this person here, private citizen Trump calls for Tlaib's impeachment. People, this is not a serious person. But it's okay. It's Fox News. It's a fake-ass channel that has to pay $2 billion and counting for lying to people. But all over Fox News, we'll just scroll down, it's all, he stumbled. See, look, Biden stumbled. Bullshit. Biden draws groans and mockery? I doubt it. If he stumbled and people saw it, now let's all take this with a grain of salt, because Fox News is a fascist propaganda channel that has to pay $2 billion for lying to people. The people in the audience were probably like, ooh, he fell. Is he going to fall? And he stumbled. Sort of like how karma's a bitch, right? Here's Tuberville, who's widely known for mocking Biden. He did more than stumble. Whoa, boom. Boom, he made a boom boom. Gravity. Ain't that nice? I love karma. Please stay a while, Tuberville, in Karmerville. Boom! Ah ha! Ha ha. Not that it matters, I'm just saying, But that's on the Fox News feed. Biden stumbles. Because that matters. Because these people, I wonder, if this were, let's go back in time, 9/11. What would happen if Al Gore was in the White House that he won, if he was the president that he should have been? Would be, Fox News would, of course, waste no time dividing the country. Oh, here we go. George Soros wrote an op-ed bashing the U.S. and Israel. Everything is, Democrats are just hate Jews. Even though George Soros is a Jew, they're always stoking anti-Semitism about George Soros, of course. Ugh. Unreal. Biden getting slammed for not going all in on Israel. Really? Well, the people of Israel were quite appreciative of Joe Biden's full-throated and heartfelt speech. And vowing that the United States would stand side by side with Israel and condemning these brutal and abhorrent attacks. More. Oh, yes. Here's more trans bashing, more stoking bullshit. My God. Biden trips. Oh, fuck you. While climbing the steps. You pieces of dirt. Well, at least he's climbing. Let's show Trump. I mean, Trump's the one that had to tell everybody how much of a better body he had than Biden, which I highly doubt. You see where we are? I mean, these are the same people that talked about the size of their penises at a debate. It's like that person on the feed said, these are not serious people. But all over on the right, they're bashing Democrats as anti-Semites, as Trump praises Nazis as very fine people, hosts Nazis at his tacky roach and spy magnet motel. Well, I'm sick of it. But But guess what? We will win. Because we're on the right side of history. And we are decent. We're on the right side of decency, dignity, democracy, humanity. We stick together. We win. Check out APS Radio News. Rest in peace, dear Mittens. My name is Tara Devlin. I will see you soon. Become a patron. Remember that one, yeah. I know. Keep saying it. What the hell? Stop it. Fucking shit. I can't take it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Does anybody listen to me? No. I need to give Boudica... is anybody... what can you give cats? Like some... the equivalent of chamomile tea. Calm down. All right, listen. Guys. Ew, I see the the message I saw that. Biden can barely form a sentence. Really? Have you heard your master, your Lord and Master, the con man? I guess it's the all those Trump Network vitamins, all those non-FDA approved Trump Network vitamins these people fucking guzzle. And frankly, I mean, these people they're a fucking disgrace. He can't. Have you heard? Did you see Biden's speech about Israel? I thought it was pretty powerful. And so did the rest of the world. That's why Trump and these fuckers, they're like the gnats that fly around the ass of the body politic. We just have to sweep them away. Bye. And history will revile them more than the normal people of Earth do now. So, mark those words. Unlike Trump's litany and laundry list of failed businesses, you can take that to a legitimate bank. That's for sure. You can mark those words. All right, listen, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for putting up with the cats. There's little Boo-Boo. He might, I don't know when he's going home. This might be the last time you see him on the show. He's going to his forever home soon this week. Right, Boo-Boo? I'm going to miss him. I really am. He's a good boy. He's such a good boy. All right, listen. I have to go because I need to lay down and get unconscious. I don't even want to think about anything at this moment. I need to tune out Republicons and the world of them. They're exhausting, and I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of being admired. Tired of love uninspired. Let's face it, I'm tired. All right. Guys, I love you all. Thank you for hanging out. We will hopefully have a show this week. I do have a jam-packed schedule, but I will try to squeeze one in. That's what she said. And we will win. I can't let go. It's the long goodbye. We're on the right side of history. Yes, we are. We're on the right side of decency, dignity, democracy, humanity. Thank you for hanging out on our Friday night family get-together. My name is Tara Devlin. Good night, everyone. Good night, Trucker John. Thank you, Covert White Rabbit. And thank you, Jim, for your super chats. And thank you, Charlie, from APS Radio News. And I will see you very soon.